guys, welcome back to my channel. Teresa Love here. Thank you so much for clicking. It means the world. So a few weeks ago, I went to the Mayo Clinic in Arizona for the second time. I actually really enjoyed the whole Mayo Clinic experience, just how nice everyone was and how the environment was so calm and peaceful. It was exactly where I need to go, and God knew exactly that we needed to go there. Finally have diagnoses that I can actually work toward figuring out how to have a healthier lifestyle. This time I did not vlog because there was a whole week of intense doctor appointments, scary tests, and just so much emotion going on that I just could not bring myself to sit in front of the camera and try to explain what was going on when I had no idea what was going on between diagnoses and different tests, and just hearing so much information just blew my mind. I didn't know how to explain it to you guys. So I thought I would get on here and update you on how the week went. So the first doctor I went to was the integrative medicine doctor, and this is the doctor that looks at the whole body. I really don't know why all doctors don't look at the whole body. He spent 2 whole hours with me, and he asked me questions and about my symptoms and about all the episodes that have been going on. And then he gave me a list of like 80 different symptoms, and he said, mark all the ones that relate to you or that you have. And so out of those 80 symptoms, I marked like 70, only leaving like 10 symptoms. So through that paper with all the symptoms, he diagnosed me with CFS/ME, which is chronic fatigue syndrome, ME. And what this is the chronic fatigue syndrome symptoms were on the left side, and then the right side was the autonomic dysfunction symptoms, which is the POTS, which I already have. So the autonomic dysfunction plus the chronic fatigue syndromes creates this CFS-ME. And so that is what he diagnosed me with. Unfortunately, it is a chronic illness and there's no cure, just like they told me about the POTS. So there's just lifestyle changes that you can do to help your symptoms and hopefully over time increase your stamina, and you'll just be able to be more at like 75-80% instead of like I'm at 0 now, and just continuing to work toward a better quality of life. So they told me my stress hormone is like totally like super high and is just kind of stuck there at the fight or flight. So I have to work on like de-stressing myself and breathing and just trying to like calm it down. But it was really hard to hear another diagnosis because I have a lot of diagnoses now. Next, I saw the POTS doctor. He is a neurologist, had a lot of information to give me too, which was also just a lot. He ordered a new tilt table test, which is the ones I already did at Stanford. And after those tests were over, then I saw him again, and he diagnosed me with the hyper POTS, so the hyper version of POTS, which just pretty much in a nutshell means that for POTS patients, your heart rate goes up when you stand up, but for hyper POTS patients, your heart rate and your blood pressure shoots up like a lot of points. So it makes more of a difficult type of POTS. Next, I saw a psychologist because when I saw the integrative medicine doctor, he kind of, through symptoms, diagnosed me with clinical depression, and that word in itself threw me for a loop. So when I saw the psychologist, I talked to her and I specifically asked her, do I have clinical depression? And she said, no, I would say you have more situational depression due to a chronic medical illness, which I think sounds a lot better because depression, the word itself is scary. And then also the psychologist recommended this book called The Happiness Trap. It's based on this theory called ACT, which means acceptance and commitment. It's a book, it's on Amazon, and it's called The Happiness Trap, and it's a white book with a yellow smiley face. Next, I saw the oncologist, and he just confirmed that my lymphoma is not coming back, so praise the Lord for that. Next, I saw the exercise physiologist, and he helped me figure out a plan on how to slowly, through baby steps, move forward to increase my blood volume by working out, but like 5 minutes in the beginning on a recumbent bike that leans back because of my POTS. He also recommended water therapy, which is great because I love the water. And when you're in the water, honestly, you do not have POTS. There's no gravity in the water, and the compression of the water on your body, you do not have pain, you do not have heart palpitations, shortness of breath, you just feel so great. So I'm really excited for that. We're gonna get a recumbent bike so that I can start that workout process and just slowly be able to get to a healthier lifestyle. I also saw the occupational therapist, and she gave me stretches and better breathing, and she helped me figure out different ways to cope with my illness and things that I need, like my walker and a shower chair, and just things that'll help me so I can save my energy, which was really helpful. Then I had cortisol testing, and that's the stress hormone in your body, and the lady had me lay down for a half hour, and I actually fell asleep. And then she drew my blood right after the half hour was over. Then she had me stand up for a whole 10 minutes. They put this like harness thing around me that was attached to the ceiling so that I wouldn't fall over or faint. And then after those 10 minutes were over, oh man, I felt so sick and my heart was beating so fast. But then she drew the blood at that moment, and then that shows my stress hormone level. I had a DNA test, which was just a cheek swab, and this was a really cool test because I've had so many drugs that I've had to try, and I've either had allergies to them with like reactions, or they haven't been effective at all. It was very interesting because this test tests exactly for if this category of drug will be effective, if I'm going to be allergic to it. Pretty much all the drugs in the whole pharmacy, they're able to tell me if it'll work and if it won't. Then I saw the internal medicine doctor, and she just summarized the whole thing. She just confirmed that it's chronic fatigue syndrome, ME, and I have hyperPOTS. And I still have the stibular migraine, and my stress hormone is so high that I'm still stuck in fight or flight mode. So she just helped us really figure out what the next steps were, and just wanted to make sure that the whole experience and everything was to our liking. So that is all that went on at the Mayo Clinic. Thank you so much for watching, and anyone who's been watching my whole journey, that just means the world. Really hope that you have an amazing day. If you could also like this video, that would be amazing. And if you could also subscribe, I would love for you to join the family. I just hit 105 subscribers, and that's just so exciting.